Hello everyone, today is going to be epic because I have the newest GoPro. This is the Hero 8 Black, and today I'm going to be showing you all about how sick this new little camera is. So let's get into it. First off, we're going to look at how this is different to the 7 in terms of form factor. So of course the 7 here had to have the case on if you needed to mount it. Now the 8 doesn't need that because you pull out these fingers here and boom, you're able to mount directly from the camera onto what you want, your helmet, bike, surfboard, whatever. If these are also broken, you can unscrew them and put some new ones on, which is epic. That means that the battery compartment is now on the side. You can leave the camera mounted now to your helmet, your bike, whatever, and you can change the battery without having to take everything out of the case. The power button and mode button is now on the opposite side, and we also have a new and improved microphone on the front, which is a very nice addition. So we're going to jump into some action right now. I've got the 7 and the 8, and me and Louis are going to show you what the Hypersmooth's like. For this little experiment, I've got this little rig I've made. We got the 7 here and the 8 here. The 8 has Hypersmooth 2.0 with horizon leveling. Lewi Pilgrim is holding the camera. Spin that round. He is going to be riding the bike. I'm going to run behind and you'll see the difference between the smoothness. Let's get into it, Lubes. Here I am running. Fully running. Yes. After that little side-by-side comparison, you can see that the Hypersmooth 2.0 is much better, but the Hero 8 has another trick up its sleeve. This is Hypersmooth Boost, and you're about to see, well, it's just ridiculous. Let's have a little look. Louis gonna run, I'm gonna run as fast as possible, and you'll see that it's basically a gimbal built into the camera. Like fully running now as fast as possible. Go. It's actually insane. Look, we're gonna try this out down the trails in a bit because it's way better than running. So that was Boost. Really impressed by that. It's insane. It crops in a little bit more than Hypersmooth, but for filming your friends while they're riding, running, anything, it's going to be amazing. The next feature we're going to talk about is the time warp, and it's got a special feature now where you can time warp. You can come out of time warp back into real time, then back into time warp. So I'm just going to show you so it makes more sense. So the time warp works normally, and then on the screen comes up a little button. You can press that, it comes back to real time. You press it again, straight back to time warp like you saw in the video there. Let's look at some more features. So another cool thing to mention is the new improved super photo mode. On the 7 you used to get this occasional ghosting because of the super photo mode, which means if your subject moved slightly you might see this weird sort of ghostly look to the picture, but now that is not the case and the super photo is working amazingly. Another really cool thing is the live burst mode. So this is when you take a photo, it records each side of the time you press the button, so basically you can't miss the shot anymore. If you do miss the shot, there's something wrong with you, that's for sure. Now another cool feature that I found while I was playing with the camera is the fact that you can do 60 photos in 10 seconds now as a burst. Now this is great because if I have a roll in into a jump, I can just press it myself, go in and get a banger just like this. This is when I was in Innsbruck a few days ago and I was able to get this cool 360 table photo just by doing that, and I really love that because you don't need a photographer anymore. Right, we've just turned up at the woods, and before we get into the action I just want to show you about the new presets that the camera has, because I think these are epic. As you see here, you can press on the screen there, and now you have the options already set and you can actually add your own. You can choose all the settings and then you can name it in different things. I've already got one up here. I've got bike, I've got epic, and that means each time you want a different slow motion or different frame rate, you don't have to do all the settings, you just go into here and then choose one that you've already set. So like cinematic, slow-mo, epic, all that stuff, which I think is awesome. We're now going to get into the woods and get some action on the mountain bikes. Right, me and Lewi have come to our local trails. I'm going to follow him down one of the trails here with boost on, and you're going to see how ridiculously smooth it is. That is so smooth, that's crazy. It's like, doesn't even look like we're going quick, but we were going down there pretty good. And that was just perfect. So what we're gonna do now is use the chesty, but backwards. And I'm gonna follow Lewi, and then we'll be able to see from that point of view what it's like. Obviously, chesties are kind of looser than a helmet mount, so this is gonna be a good show of how smooth it is with all the wobbling. Right, so sometimes following down a trail isn't the best. The rider can go out of the screen and stuff. But now with this super gimbal-like mode, I'm gonna be able to run behind Lewi as hard as I can, and it's still gonna be smooth. Get it, Lubes? I'm ready for you. Let's get prepared to leg it. Here he is. Ew! Just for another quick show of stabilization, follow me, Lewi. I'm gonna run up the track. You ready? Okay. Oh, that's me done for the day. Now, I really think boost is my favorite new option on the Hero 8. You can get super cinematic style shots literally just by holding the GoPro, which is amazing. Lewi's gonna hit this berm behind me. I'm gonna come in past the tree and just make it look like just mind-blowing. Here we go, Lubes, get it. Let's add a sick bit of music as well. So just with a couple of little movements there that usually you'd need a gimbal for, I was able to create some pretty epic looking shots, making Lewi look like he's in an actual bike movie, didn't I? Yeah. That is really cool. So last week, to celebrate the launch of the Hero 8 Black, GoPro selected 16 of us. We were put into pairs, so there was 8 teams, and from Innsbruck there was an 800-mile radius circle. We were able to choose anywhere within this circle to start. Me and influencer Where's Molly started in Sicily, and we had to make our way all the way to the finish line in Innsbruck, creating epic videos and photos along the way. So here's a little mashup of the trip that me and Molly had. Super epic trip. Thanks a lot to GoPro for letting us do this. When we got to Sicily, we really had no idea where we were going, so it's very lucky that we ended up doing the awesome activities that we did. We actually ended up winning best hyper smooth moment with this stair set. Super stoked that that ended up winning best hyper smooth moment. Thanks a lot to Sicily for having some awesome stairs to ride down. If you want to see more to do with this cool trip, it is hashtag GoPro creators. You'll be able to see all of the stuff that the other team's done on last week's epic adventure. So I'd like to say thank you to GoPro for creating once again another amazing groundbreaking camera, and unfortunately that is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That'd be awesome if you leave some comments, and it'd be sick if you subscribe. See you in the next one. To the sky.